It's January 2013. I've just come to Agrocel to see my old friend Silas Patel. We've been long-term partners for over 10 years at People Tree. He works very, very closely with over 50,000 farmers around India, and specifically with organic and fair trade farmers for People Tree. We're here in Gujarat, in Rappa, where we're visiting the cotton fields that grow cotton for People Tree's Autumn-Winter 2013 collection. We've been talking on the phone and via email about how rain is more than 7 weeks late and the impact that will have on the harvest and, more importantly, on the farmers.
He's saying this time it is situation is very poor. Cotton is not like when you come earlier. In that time, cotton is like that. But this time cotton is not good because વરસાદના કારણે છે due to rain.
So, can he show me what the cotton looks like in the field now?
Organic agriculture is a way of mitigating climate change, but it's incredibly tough for the communities and the farmers that find themselves at the brunt of it. The soil of an organic cotton field is very, very important. It becomes like a sponge. There's more than 10% live matter in it, which is incredible. This holds the water, which means that the plants can actually survive a long drought. But this is an incredibly difficult thing for farmers to cope with. I asked Prateep to take me to the organic cotton fields to show us how the People Tree cotton was coming along. I'd been with him last visit 2 years ago, and what was absolutely shocking was that there was no cotton standing in the fields at all.
So I can see at the moment it's just flowering. So how many weeks late is the cotton this year?
વરસાદ મોડો આવ્યો ને વરસાદ મોડો આવ્યો એટલે વાવેતર મોડું છે
2 મહિના
2 months. 2 months is yeah.
For People Tree, a mission-driven business, we can organise our production schedule to some extent to accommodate for this. It's difficult, but people and planet come first.
So what can we do to help him?
He's saying that if you buy the more cotton, that is one is the biggest help, and second is if price will get the good price, then that is also one of the good help.
GM cotton was introduced 10 years ago in India, but it hasn't lived up to its promise. GM crops are vulnerable to new diseases, and yields are not as high as expected. GM seed varieties use more water, nutrients, and rely on chemical fertilizers and insecticides, further depleting the soil. Agrocel has 20 rural offices around India that help farmers get control back from the chemical and seed companies by giving them training in organic farming, preparing organic insecticides, and supplying good quality organic seeds. This makes a real difference. After a bumpy journey, we arrived at a small school which is supported by the Fair Trade Premiums. Here, more than 45 students of between the ages of 5 and 14 can study and have school books and computers and access to really, really first-rate education. This school has been funded by Fair Trade Premiums, so in addition to paying a fair price for organic and fair trade cotton, People Tree also pays a premium that goes to the wider community. Often in India, rural schools are little more than a concrete building. The Fair Trade Premiums go to providing really good quality school books, computers, and a really first-rate education for the students, so they have a chance to really overcome poverty and make a much, much better start in life. Water is a precious resource in Gujarat, and by funding the building of ponds, we've been able to lessen the load on women and bring access to clean and fresh water to communities of more than 300 families in the area. Organic cotton agriculture uses drip irrigation, which means that we cut water consumption by more than 60%. We're here in a drought-prone zone, which means we've got to be very, very careful about how we use water. People Tree is inspired and motivated by working with communities like these, knowing that we can be part of the solution. And we need to work and fight to win these battles against climate change, not only in Gujarat but around the world together.